What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Frontline Film Podcast, episode number 28. Got a lot of stuff to talk about today. No movie. I don't think either one of us really cared that much to go see I Care What You or I Know What You Did Last Summer. I don't even know the name of it. Maybe we'll go see it at some point, but it's just not one we really cared about that much. But we got a lot of trailers and some big news pieces to talk about. We're both finally all the way caught up on Stick ahead of the finale, which will be on Monday or Tuesday night, whenever they come out. Um, and yeah, lots of trailers. We also got all of the nominations for the this year's Emmys, which I think is like not until September, but we got all the nominations. So a lot of stuff to talk about there. Yeah, a lot of really cool, different trailers for all kinds of different stuff, TV shows, movies, animated movies, violent movies, all kinds of stuff. So, got a lot of stuff to look forward to seeing in theaters. But yeah, how's it hanging?
Good man. Got a good buddy married yesterday. Had a great time. Um Shout out to Anthony. So actually, he's from Puerto Rico. You've met Anthony, He's from Puerto Rico. And gotta say, they know how to party.
Was it a very Puerto Rican wedding?
It was a very Puerto Rican wedding, and they did the ceremony in Spanish, so I needed, Duolingo or Google Translate there, so I didn't understand it. But no, it was a great time. Super excited for them. Very cool wedding. And then just chilling today. It's very hot. I'm sure it's hot where you are. So it's just you don't even want to be outside because it's so hot.
Yeah, it's pretty hot here up in New York too. That's what I was talking to Grayson earlier about. I was like, I had no idea New York got as hot as it did, but it really does. Like it's very hot. So, um, yeah, can't escape the summer. But yeah, so we can just kind of go ahead and dive right in. One of the biggest pieces of news. So it was kind of like leaked or rumored that the Odyssey tickets were about to go on sale. And like I think at first me and you both thought it was fake. A lot of people on Twitter thought it was fake, like this is just photoshopped, whatever, whatever. And then like the next day I get on my AMC app and sure enough, you can go and it said like tickets available soon. And I was like, oh my God, are they actually going to go on sale? And then come to find out, like a couple days before they officially went on sale, it was like IMAX tweeted it. Like whoever's, if it's Warner Brothers or Universal, I can't remember, but they tweeted like tickets on sale 1 year in advance on July 17th. So like we knew it was real. This is like unprecedented stuff. Like we don't even have a real trailer for this movie. It's still in production and tickets are already on sale and they already sold out. They sold out like that. Like literally, I know because I went to get tickets. I was up at midnight the night that they went on sale. I had two laptops next to me and my phone, and my roommates were on their laptops doing it as well. And Nubs did it for me, and two people at Barstool were on. The second it clicked, it turned to midnight. I clicked refresh on everything, and you click on the time. Well, one of my laptops, the whole website crashed, but the other one, it went through, and I swear to God, in literally a millisecond, the whole theater was sold out for like every time showing at the IMAX at Lincoln Square. I got on Fandango, like could barely get it to load, but like all the tickets were gone, all the tickets were gone. And finally, after clicking refresh a couple times, I actually was able to get one singular ticket at the very front of the theater kind of on the far side. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to actually go. I don't know if it'll be worth it. But anyway, it just goes to show like the hype for this movie. Unbelievable. I think I saw somewhere the only movie that's like done even remotely that big of a release for tickets or release tickets that far ahead of time was I think The Dark Knight Rises. People were saying the tickets for that went on sale, but it was only like 6 months ahead of time.
Mm.
So a full year, we don't even have a real full trailer. It's in production, like, and it sold out. All of the screenings all around the country that it sold, like that got tickets released for it, sold out. It's already made like $2 million. Like it's crazy. No one else does it. Like Marvel couldn't even do this, I don't think. At least like as quickly as the Odyssey did it. So unreal stuff.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because like concerts are kind of the same way. Like when a concert comes out and they do the tickets, like they sell out instantly, and then you kind of get that resale value of like very expensive tickets. Now I saw some pictures on Twitter of people already trying to resell tickets, and I think that's kind of not what I want to see. You don't want to see that, obviously. Like you don't want to see people buying them then trying to resell them for $150 for what I was seeing. And look, you're not supposed to pay $150 to go see a movie. So a year in advance, and the fact that it got sold out not only at Lincoln Square, but like at theaters across the country that were like, yeah, we'll do it too. Christopher Nolan really is, man. He can do that. And you're right, like another movie that he did was the only other movie that was even remotely close. But like you said, that's 6 months later than what this is. And it also is like a really cool story, and everybody wants to see how he adapts it and the practical effects because there's a lot of like mythology in this. So it's going to be very interesting to see. Hopefully, those resale tickets aren't a thing ever. So hopefully nobody has to worry about buying $100 tickets. But no, I think it's crazy. Yeah, I thought it was fake, but shout out to the man Christopher Nolan for doing something that only one person can do.
Yeah, no, I still can't believe. Look, here's my just proof that I have a ticket. Here we go. Got my order confirmation right there. Row A, seat 26.
Ugh,
I'm gonna be like looking straight up
gonna be more
if I
at
even
this.
go.
It's gonna be more like this. He's gonna
Yeah,
be off to the side.
side, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll go like to a trial run and see a movie there, front row, just to see what it's like. If it's even worth.
Okay.
We'll see. But yeah, no, dude, just crazy. I think it is super cool, but it also kind of makes me a little nervous. I don't want this to like set a precedent for
Yeah.
other movies to start doing this. Like, it's cool because it's a Christopher Nolan movie and like it's super anticipated, but like I don't need to be trying to get movie tickets a year ahead of time. And then when the movie like actually comes out, like general audiences can't even go see it for a decent amount of money because everyone's just trying to resell. I don't
Right.
need the movie ticket experience to turn into, what resale on like Ticketmaster does. I think hopefully this is just like a, cool little one-time thing. But I do hope that like this doesn't really become a thing. That's kind of ridiculous. And I guarantee you, people want to see this movie in the biggest screen possible, and people are going to pay the resale value. Like I can 100% see people spending like $200 to, on a ticket for this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big event. It's something everyone's waiting for, and I honestly would probably pay like $100. I mean, that's just how excited I am to see this movie. But I don't want it to like set some kind of example going forward. I think it was a
Absolutely.
cool kind of funny thing, but hopefully, yeah, it's just kind of a one-time thing. Still ridiculous though. Just
Yeah.
go to show the excitement and the hype. Um, yeah, and especially like after finally getting to see I saw the trailer in IMAX at Lincoln Square, and it was just like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, taking up that whole screen. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be unbelievable. But yeah, very wild. Yeah, I don't even know when we're going to get a trailer, but pretty cool, I guess, that it can do that. So shout out Christopher Nolan. Um, and I mean, I'm pretty sure it only had like one showing a day, only for like that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So more tickets are going to be released like closer to like there's going to be more opportunities. But yeah, the fact that he still was able to do that is just mind-boggling. But
Yep.
so yeah, that is the Odyssey. Check back with us in a year to see our thoughts. Um, So, like I said, got a lot of trailers. Probably out of all these, I think the biggest one for me. I know you're not just the biggest fan of the show, but we got the first real full trailer for Stranger Things season 5, the final season of Stranger Things. We got like a little teaser a couple weeks ago, but and announcing that really stupid release schedule, which I still think is stupid. But this trailer for the fifth and final season looks unbelievable. Like, I don't even, did you even watch it, the trailer?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I know
Okay.
you're not even caught up on the show. I didn't know if you'd even watched the trailer or not, but it looks unreal. Like it looks like big screen movie caliber effects and acting and action and I mean it looks unbelievable. Season four is I still think one of the most impressive seasons of television ever made, considering the fact there were like literally 3 episodes that were like over 2 hours. Just crazy stuff. Um, it is it is what like really ridiculous that it's taken this long to come out and they're still doing that dumb release schedule, but besides the fact you toss that to the side, looks sick, looks really, really solid. I hope it lives up to the hype and like finishes this story. I love Stranger Things. I think season two was kind of a miss for me, but like seasons one, three, and four are phenomenal. So if they nail the ending, um, that could be huge. But yeah, I know you're not even the biggest Stranger Things guy, but like, does this even get you excited or kind of make you want to get caught up beforehand, or like, are you just kind of out on it?
I don't know. I think it's because that it's taken so long. Like I don't even have like if this was popping out like every couple years even, maybe I would have been more inclined to be interested in it. I think like you hit it's been so long for 5 seasons, and I understand that you have a lot of effects and a lot of like story driven stuff, and I get it, like I do. But at the end of the day, this is a television show, not like a movie release schedule. And the fact that they're like we already talked about it, they're doing it on three of the worst drop dates I've ever seen in my life. They're doing it during the holidays, which people are either going to be at their family's house or they're going to be having events or stuff like that. Now, you can make the argument for traveling, but then there's Netflix games for the NFL on Christmas Day as well. And I'm pretty sure New Year's has a Netflix game as well, or they're going to have college football and the NFL on that. So this is dumb, but look, it does look really good. It looks like it's going to be very intriguing, and I just hope it's good for the sake of if it's not, it might be the worst day to be on Twitter ever.
Yeah, yeah. Netflix might get a lot of hate. I agree with you. The release schedule's stupid. The dates are horrible. You know, Thanksgiving, that's a big college. I mean, even NFL too. You get a couple NFL games on Thanksgiving, but it's more so like a big college football sports day. You know, you got all the rivalry games and that whole weekend. And then Christmas, like you said, people are traveling. People are going to the actual movies on Christmas. They're going to be going to see Avatar, you know, like
Right.
things like that. And then on New Year's, there's football games and the college football playoffs usually. Like
Yep.
it's stupid, but whatever. Besides that fact, the show looks really solid, really exciting trailer. A lot of people like when it came out, a lot of people at work were buzzing about it.
Yep.
Um, like a lot of people at work were like talking about it. So the excitement's there. I'm still very excited. We'll just have to kind of endure the dumb release schedule, but yeah, that starts Thanksgiving. I think like November 26th or
Yep.
7th or something like that. So very, very excited for the final season of Stranger Things. Got to see how they wrap it all up. But yeah, another trailer we got. We got the first like teaser trailer for Pixar's newest movie, Hoppers. And I remember before the trailer came out, I'd seen a synopsis of this movie, and I was like, dude, what is Pixar doing? It's like a girl puts her brain into a robotic beaver.
Mhm.
That's the movie. And I mean, you watch the trailer. She even makes the joke like, "Oh, so it's just Avatar," which
Yeah.
it is. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's not Avatar. I mean, it definitely is. It's just a kid version of it. But that's besides the point. The trailer came out. I think it looks pretty funny. There's a couple really funny moments in the trailer with the talking animals and stuff. I think the humans and like the real world stuff didn't seem that intriguing, but like the actual like when they were in nature with the other animals, it looked like there were a couple really funny moments, and I think the animation looked really cool. Um, I actually just saw Elio, and I'll kind of give a little brief review of that later at the end, but I didn't really love that animation style. It's kind of the animation style of like what was it? Turning
Um,
Red and kind of like Luca as well. I just don't love it all kind of looks similar and it's just not a style I love. But um this one looks really solid. Animation looks cool, looks really funny. Comes out in March. What do you think?
Yeah, no, the main like big scene that you get is like the bear trying to eat the beaver, and the beaver the beaver that she tries and saves is like depressed. It's like just let him eat me, like stuff like that. And then the bear's like, why would you upset the food chain? Like, what is the point of this? And like they're both getting mad at her for saving them. And it was very funny. Yeah, no, I agree with you. The animation for like Elio turning red, Luca, like it all just it doesn't it's not cool. It doesn't look good. It's kind of like okay, you can argue there it's like colorful, but it doesn't look very it looks lifeless almost.
Just almost
And
like cartoony,
yeah,
like AI kind
and
of.
Pixar, has been known for, like giving life to animation, whether it be through Coco or Cars or Toy Story and all that. And this one though looks like they're taking a little bit of a different approach. I think it's an interesting concept, and I think it's going to be pretty funny. Obviously, we see every Pixar movie, and my goal is to see Elio very soon. So we'll definitely be seeing that. And of course, we have Toy Story 5 soon as well. So yeah, hopefully this one hits. And I know Elio, I think, bombed at the box office, which not good for them. But luckily, Inside Out 2 made enough money for the next like three Pixar movies. So
Yeah. I do hope. I mean, I know it sucked. Elio kind of flopped, but I do hope, like with Hoppers, I know they're doing a lot of sequels, and I get it. Like you want to stick with what's working, but like I do hope they still continue to make some unique original movies like Hoppers or
right.
Elio or Elemental a couple
Yeah.
years ago. Um, because that's where they shine too. Like I love Toy Story, I love Incredibles, I love all those characters, but like I don't need to keep seeing it over and over. And we saw what happened with Toy Story 4. So. Yeah, cool that they're still doing some original stuff despite, the success of the sequels. So hopefully it's a good one. Looks fun. Um, so a much different trailer from a fun little kid movie. We got the first trailer for Luca Guadagnino's After the Hunt, starring Io Edeberry, Andrew Garfield, that Julia Roberts was in it. There were a couple other people I kind of recognized, but yeah, I guess I don't know if this is his first movie since Challengers.
I think he did. He
I
did
think
quit
I was about to
after.
say Queer was after, I think. So,
Oh,
this will be his next big movie. I know me and you both really enjoyed Challengers. Very unique movie. I did not see Queer, but he does make pretty wild movies, and this one looks kind of wild, I guess. This trailer didn't exactly look like my cup of tea, but I don't know. Maybe it's something you're interested in. I know we love AO and we love Andrew Garfield, so maybe it could be led by some strong performances. But yeah, just not really for me. It's basically, I mean, you can kind of talk about it, but it's like a professor sleeps with a student, and it's a whole scandal kind of thing. I just don't know if I need a movie about that, but maybe
um,
maybe you like it or other people will like it.
I mean, I found it kind of interesting, but I think even if you don't think the story is going to be that great, which is fine, like some people might not, like you said, it might not be their cup of tea. I feel like the acting in this movie might be incredible. You have obviously Andrew Garfield, who's proven himself time and time again. Julia Roberts, obviously proven herself, and then of course like the up and coming Io, who's been awesome in The Bear. Hopefully she wins an Emmy this year. That would be sick. But yeah, no. Yeah, I think that it could be. I think it's gonna like tackle some pretty like sensitive subjects, which like sometimes a movie can do that and like excel and be very good. Other times it falls flat. But I think, like I said, the one thing that you can almost guarantee that this movie's going to have is good acting. Now you have to see the movie to see if the script is going to be good, the writing, like all of that stuff. But no, I mean, it kind of Interested me. It's almost like a more dramatic version of like a Law and Order episode almost. So that might be why I get interested in something like that because I love my Law and Order. But no, it could be interesting, but hopefully the acting's just incredible, and that's what everyone talks about because there's some big names in this movie.
Yeah, I need a big like movie win for IO. I know she was in Opus earlier this year. I didn't even see it, and you didn't just absolutely love it. Um, there was another movie she was in I didn't love either. Theater Camp. That Comedy Bottoms was pretty funny, but I don't think like a lot of people even saw that.
Yeah.
So I mean, this could be like a first like real big movie for her. So we'll just have to see. Like Jeremy Allen White's getting his big movie with the Springsteen movie, and obviously Cousin is about to be in Fantastic Four next week. and
John Bernthal's in the
John
Odyssey.
Bernthal's doing his thing. Like,
Apparently Tina's supposed to be in Spider-Man. So yeah, the list goes on and on.
yeah. So hopefully it's a good foray into films for IO. It doesn't look like a movie that I'm just like jumping for joy to go see, but it's Luca Guadagnino. He's a good creative director, so maybe it can be really interesting. So yeah, that's After the Hunt. I think I saw it comes out like in October, so got a couple months there, but um, yeah. So on to another very different trailer from everything we've talked about. And I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this. We got the first trailer for Mortal Kombat 2, the sequel to Mortal Kombat, which came out in it was either 2020 or 2021. It was one of those movies I think that went straight to streaming. Um, so it had to have been 21 or something like that.
I thought I saw it in theaters, but
No, it did both. It did
okay, okay,
a simul release.
yeah.
But yeah. First one came out a couple years ago. We obviously we've enjoyed playing Mortal Kombat coming up or growing up. Like it's a super iconic game. And watching YouTubers play it, when we were kids, all the crazy fatalities and stuff. I never even saw the movie like that. Didn't they do them in like the 90s or early 2000s or something?
Hmm.
I never saw any of those, but I heard they were like pretty bad. But did see this one. I didn't hate it. I had some fun with it. Some of the fatalities in the movie were awesome, but it definitely like wasn't super memorable. Um, and I know that you really did not like this movie. So what do you think of the trailer for the second one? It looks like they're trying to maybe bring in a more memorable, likable character with Johnny Cage. I don't really know much about him other than he's a character in the games, but he seems like he's just a normal guy.
Yeah, he's an actor, like an action movie actor in the games. Look, man, I just don't think I care that much. I mean, the first one is not great. I think that the story was lackluster and rushed. I thought the effects were pretty okay. And some of the callbacks to different fatalities were fine, but I don't know. I don't understand how you mess up time and time after like the same Mortal Kombat movie. I mean, you have interesting characters already written for you. You have interesting stories from the campaigns that come out, like in the games. You could just follow one of those, but it sounds like they're not doing, it looks like they're not doing that. Um, the acting was like almost laughable in the last one. It was very bad. Um, but look, I have not seen The Boys. I don't think I've seen much with Carl Urban in it, but I think that's a good cast for Johnny Cage. I think that's like actually good. So when I saw that, I was pretty interested. But after watching the trailer, it's not giving me anything to be excited about. I love the Mortal Kombat games. They're the fighting game of all time. Like it's when you compare your fighting game, Street Fighter or Tekken or any of that, like everyone brings up Mortal Kombat. And there was the always iconic get over here or, whatever. I don't know. It doesn't look that great. I'm sure I'll go see it and give it money, but it's not going to be one that I probably walk out of loving too much. But I think I hit a home run with the Johnny Cage casting. So
Yeah, no, and like you said, you haven't even watched The Boys. Carl Urban is the freaking man. He's so cool. You've probably never really seen him in anything that big other than Ragnarok, which I know he's in, but no, he's unbelievable in The Boys. Like he's like one of the coolest TV characters ever. So I think that could be a big win for this movie and to make it more memorable. Other than him, like there's really not anybody else in this movie recognizable. Um, um, except for what's his name, Hiroki Sanada or something like
yeah.
that. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of excited. I love Carl Urban, and I didn't hate the first one as much as you did, but um, we'll just have to see. I feel like you kind of said like there are a lot of stories and stuff, but I feel like it is kind of a difficult game to adapt into a movie.
I really don't think so. I really don't. Like the stories in
I
some of the
don't remember there
games.
being stories in the
Yeah,
game.
there's a campaign mode in like the last three or four Mortal Kombats.
I don't know, maybe, but we'll just have to see. Maybe Carl Urban can kind of do some of the heavy lifting here, and it can be a little bit better than the last one. So we'll see. That comes out in I think October, like 20 something I saw. So I'm kind of excited for that. We'll just have to see. Love a good gory video game adaptations. So, yeah, that's Mortal Kombat 2. And then the last big movie trailer that we got the first full trailer for one of my most anticipated movies of the year. First full trailer for Tron Ares. We did get the teaser like a month or two ago. It was just a much shorter trailer. It still looks sick, and I've seen it in theaters a couple times now. Um, but this was the first full trailer, kind of reveals a little bit more about the story. You get our first look at Jeff Bridges and a lot more looks at Jared Leto. The effects in this look unbelievable. It looks like the score is going to be unbelievable, Nine Inch Nails. Yeah, there's only one con in this movie for me, and it's Mr. Jared
I was
Leto.
about to say it's the main actor in the movie.
Unfortunately, like he looks like he's going to be the lead of this movie, and he just still hasn't really, up until this point, delivered a great performance in anything that I
He
can
has
think. He
one.
was good. He was really good in the little things as like a creepy psychopath, but then
And he's
he,
great in Dallas Buyers Club. Like that's it.
I don't even, I don't even know if I would say he's great there, but yeah, I mean, him leading a massive movie like this, the movie looks sick. Like visuals, the score, the action, like looks like it could be one of the best visual movies of the year. But yeah, Jared Leto kind of just makes me a little hesitant. I don't know, but I'm still excited. I thought this trailer was sick. We got a little more reveal of what the story was. They're coming to the real world, and um, yeah, I'm curious to kind of see like how all that works, how Jeff Bridges' character ties back into it. Um, yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, it's the one complaint. It's the main character of the movie, the casting for it. Visually, this movie looks stunning. I mean, it looks like if this movie sucks, it's gonna be saved by on how by like how cool it looks. So we'll see. I think the story could still be pretty interesting. It's just does Mr. Jared Leto give a good performance? And if he does, I mean, we might be a little too harsh. We might go into the movie. It's like Keanu Reeves. Like Keanu Reeves is not a great actor, but when you put him in a role that doesn't have
That
much
he
talking,
works.
yeah,
Yeah,
it works. So
maybe
maybe
that
they
could be
just
something like that. Yeah.
maybe they just don't let him talk very much in this movie. And if you do that, like that's a win, because it's gonna look incredible. So we'll see though. Um, it looks like it could be very interesting. Like I told you, the last one that came out however long ago, I didn't love. But again, like I'll agree with you, 10 out of 10 times that it looks great, and I think this one's going to look great. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Like you said, maybe it could be a role where he really doesn't speak that much. I feel like he kind of like looks the part of like a dystopian, being in a dystopian world, you know?
Yep,
But yeah, we'll just have to see. So that is Tron Ares that comes out. I can't even remember. Is that also October, I think?
that is in October 10th.
Okay, not too far away. So very excited for that. So that is Tron Ares. And then the last, so many trailers, but the last couple little trailers we wanted to talk about. Two, they're both on Netflix, right? Two Netflix
Hmm.
shows. We're getting two like docu-series. One for the SEC college football. I guess it kind of, I don't know if it just documented really last season or how
Yeah,
long
it's last season.
it just last season. I don't even remember the name of it, but I
Any
did
given
watch
Saturday.
the trailer was sick, looks
Yeah.
really cool. We love college football. And then another docuseries, sports docuseries, was for like kind of a behind the scenes on the WWE. You know, a lot of people, including myself, have, and I've always been harsh on it too. I'm like, dude, the WWE is not real. It's all scripted. And while that is true, there's still a lot that goes into it, and a lot of prep and injuries happen, and like it is, you can like make the argument it is a real sport given how much of their bodies they put on the line. And it looks like this show kind of is like targeted towards the doubters like myself, might make me love WWE like even more. So, two really cool docu-series coming up on Netflix here soon. I don't really remember when they released, but yeah, dude, what did you think? I know you're probably a lot more excited than I am because you already love WWE, and then
Mhm.
obviously, you feel like you guys know a little bit more about college football than me, so but they both look sick.
Yeah, it looks like the SEC one is gonna dive in on like the really like prominent players in the SEC. DJ Lagway was like one of the main ones. Not a lot of Ole Miss in there. I thought Lane Kiffin would be in it a lot more, but we didn't get to see a lot of Lane Kiffin. But DJ Lagway, obviously quarterback for Florida, is going to be incredible. Beamer at South Carolina was in it. Heupel at Tennessee, it just goes down the list. But yeah, no, we need some behind the scenes for college football. And now with NIL, we're able to see a little bit more. And you could go to like the two major conferences, being the SEC and the Big Ten. If you just get more of those like players and those head coaches and everything, it's gonna be sick. And as for the WWE, you should be a WWE guy because you just met the Hardy Brothers and Kane, freaking sick.
And CM Punk and Ray
Yeah,
Ripley.
so that was sick. But yeah, no, this is I always tell people like obviously the WWE is scripted. People win, people are supposed to lose, like all of that, title opportunities, storylines, promos, all that's scripted, obviously. However, I don't think people realize how much harm the athletes or superstars can go through any given match. I mean, it's not just like, oh, if they land wrong, like, oh, they practiced it 150,000 times, like they'll be okay. Nah, dude, you see some really crazy injuries in the WWE from ACLs, torn labrums, to Cody Rhodes having his whole like pec coming off of the bone. Like these are some like crazy injuries, and I think people need to realize like they put their body on the line just to entertain you. Like, no, it's not the UFC. I get that, but like the WWE, if you learn like the backstory, and it looks like we're getting a lot of cool people like Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, like the list goes on and on and on. Some like really prominent people in the WWE, not just like B-listers. Like these are people that have been front and center. I think it's going to be kind of a tease that John Cena is going to be in it a little bit from a thing that was said. So, no, I think people need to realize like how much harm they can do to their bodies in the WWE. But yeah, no, this is something, two things that, first of all, college football every Saturday, I'm tuned in. It does not matter. It's appointment like Saturday during the fall. And then as for WWE, I mean, I grew up watching so much WWE on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown and the pay-per-views, and it's gonna be sick. I'm very excited for these two, and they have potentials to be like great.
Yeah, both shows really look sick. I'm very, very excited. I don't think they're too far away. So we got that to look
No,
forward
I
to.
think the SEC one is like the first weekend of August, I think.
All right, perfect. Maybe that's why CM Punk and Ray Ripley were in the office the other day. Maybe they were kind of talking about that. I don't know. Uh,
Maybe.
but yeah, no, two awesome docu-series. Cannot wait for that. So yeah, that's all of our trailers, and then now we're gonna jump into all of the Emmy noms and also all of the Emmy snubs. All right, so now we're gonna go over all of the Emmy nominations that just came out. Talk about some ones that we're very excited for. We're glad, but then we're also going to talk about how much we hate the Emmys because they left off some of the most obvious best choices, and that really pisses me off. But uh, other than that, like there were still some good ones. A lot of the shows that we've liked this year did get their flowers. So um, yeah, if you want to kind of start it off and just go over all the we could really just talk the big categories. I know there's so many, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um,
All right. So, first one is the Outstanding Drama Series, and for this one, we got Andor, The Diplomat, The Last of Us, Paradise, The Pit, Severance, Slow Horses, and The White Lotus.
if The Last of Us wins anything, I'm gonna be pissed. So
Agreed.
I'm just gonna go and put that out on the table.
I'm just also going to go ahead and tell you that it got nominated basically for everything.
I know. I
Yeah.
remember seeing that.
My big one here, I know what I like. There's two, like, first I'll say the pit is absolutely fantastic, but I don't want it to win over Andor or Severance. Like, if I had to pick which one I wanted to win, it's too hard for me to pick. I really do think like having Andor win, a Star Wars thing win would be so sick, but at the same time, like Severance produced one of the greatest, like, not only episodes of television ever, but like one of the greatest like season finales I've ever seen. But Andor was perfect too. So I mean like either one of these and I would be fine.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Severance or Andor for sure.
And a lot of people, I don't know if you even watch the new season, but a lot of people on like social media are mad about the White Lotus getting nominated. So,
I watched it. I mean, it's just the same thing as the previous two seasons.
yeah.
Because I mean, I watched all of it, so it's. I mean, it's not a bad show by any means, but I don't think it's even remotely in the same, you know, realm as Severance or Andor. But
Agreed. Agreed. All right, so then we have outstanding comedy series, which is Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks, Nobody Wants This, Only Murders in the Building, Shrinking, The Studio, and What We Do in the Shadows.
yeah, obviously it's the Bear or the Studio. I'm very glad that Shrinking got some flowers. I love that show. It does not get talked about enough. You haven't watched it, have you?
Mm.
You would love it. You and
Yeah.
Cameron would love that show. It is such a feel good, funny, but like super emotional show. I'm very glad that it got noticed here. But I think you'd be lying to yourself if you didn't give this to either the Bear or the Studio. I have said on this podcast, it's so tough because we've gotten so much damn good TV this year, but I don't know. I think still my favorite season of TV of the year is probably the Studio, and that's just because I love movies so much, and I loved all like the deep cuts and the references and the cameos and stuff. We'll talk later, but like my boy Martin Scorsese got nominated for an Emmy for the show, but yeah, I mean, if that or the Bear, like I'd be super happy, and I would honestly be thrilled for the team over at Apple for Shrinking if that, was able to win anything. But yeah, I know you're probably more so leaning the Bear or the Studio here.
Yeah, it's The Bear of the Studio. Now I will say Cameron watched Nobody Wants This, and it has Kristen Bell in it and Adam Brody. She loved it. She said it was incredible. I know you didn't watch it. You probably wouldn't care about it. She said it was incredible. I didn't watch it. But no, The Bear of the
She also
Studio.
likes The Summer I Turned Pretty, though, doesn't she?
She read the book.
Okay.
And she actually doesn't love the series because it's not faithful. But yes. But yeah, no. If the studio doesn't win here, it'll win for something else. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Um, and then I wanted to bring this one up because there's a couple outstanding limited or anthology series. We have Adolescence, Black Mirror, Dying for Sex, Monsters, The Menendez Story, and The Penguin. And I think like Adolescence did something that has never been seen before, but at the same time, like the stuff we saw in The Penguin was just as good. I know you watched Black Mirror. You said there were a couple episodes that were good, but as a whole, it wasn't great. So I think it's either Adolescence or The Penguin here.
I think I loved Adolescence, but I think you got to give it to Penguin, bro. Penguin was like I don't even know if you consider it a miniseries because I don't know if they've even confirmed if they're going to do a second season or not. But um, one of the best miniseries of all time.
Yeah,
Unbelievable season of television, and I hope that um, Colin Farrell and Kristen Milotti like have a good chance at maybe winning their
yeah.
categories.
Yep. All right, then we're gonna go down a little bit because there's like game show, variety specials, stuff like that, which we don't care about. So we'll go to outstanding lead actress in a drama series. We have Kathy Bates for Matlock, Sharon Horgan for Bad Sisters, Britt Lauer for Severance, Bella Ramsey for The Last of Us, and Kerry Russell for The Diplomat. There's one right answer in my opinion. So
There is one correct answer.
yeah.
Yes,
And honestly, like we said, like if Andor does end up stealing it, for that, you're gonna see Severance a lot that night. So, Britt Lauer, she's incredible, obviously, and I think she should win. But also, like, I have not watched Matlock, Bad Sisters, or The Diplomat, so I can't make like an opinion based on
I
that.
haven't
But I
either.
did watch The Last of Us. Do not give that shit to Bella Ramsey. Do not do it.
I mean, I didn't even finish The Last of Us. I think I watched the first four episodes and just gave up. But um, outside of that one incredible episode, I think that was episode two.
Yeah,
Outside of that, like it just went way downhill after that second episode. Which is a shame because I think that second episode is one of the best episodes of TV of the year.
yeah.
Um,
The next one I think is one of the most stacked categories, but it is obviously missing somebody, and we can talk about it here in a sec. But let's give our flowers first, and then we'll talk about the most obvious snub. So the next one is outstanding lead actor in a drama series. We have Sterling K. Brown in Paradise, Gary Oldman for Slow Horses, Pedro Pascal in The Last of Us, Adam Scott for Severance, and Noah Weil for The Pit. I think this like for how stacked it is, it should be even more stacked with the obvious snub that is missing. But like the ones nominated are like great. Like Adam Scott in Severance, Noah Weil in The Pit, even Pedro Pascal in the little bit of The Last of Us that he's in. Like he's still in a good like a good enough majority of it, and he's still great. I don't think there's a problem with Pedro Pascal. And then I haven't finished Paradise, but what I've seen Sterling K. Brown in has been very, very good. And we love he's been good really in everything he's been in. So I want to watch Slow Horses, but I know it's like 7 seasons. So
Yeah, I hear Slow Horses is like an incredible show.
yeah.
I'll probably get to it at some point, but I hear like Gary Oldman is awesome. Like they've already greenlit like two more seasons. People love it. Apparently, it's a fantastic show. But yeah, no, my winner here is um, Adam Scott. But we can talk about the absolute worst snub of the entire Emmys. Our boy Diego Luna did not get nominated for Andor, along with pretty much the rest of the entire cast of Andor. Everybody. The only person that got a nom was who? Who was it?
Forrest Whitaker for Saw
Forrest
Gerrera.
Whitaker, and he loved Forrest Whitaker, and he's a cool character in that. But he is, I mean, he's not even in it a bunch. I think he's in like he shows up in like three or four of the episodes,
Yeah,
maybe.
he has a it's for like
It was a
guest
great monologue.
appearance.
That
Yeah,
monologue
the
was,
monologue is one of the best monologues like I've seen in a really long time. But agreed, like he's not really he doesn't make the show. Diego Luna and the rest of the cast that obviously got snubbed is where you like have to do it. Like they brought remember that when we talked about Andor, like when it came out and we were giving the review, how were we supposed to care about a big but like so many characters were fit into this show and the amount that we cared for coming out of it, we cared for every little character that they put in the show. And that's yes, writing, but at the same time you have to have somebody to bring them to life. And we none of them got even a nomination.
yep. Yeah, Diego Luna not getting a nom here is just an absolute crime. Whether he would have won it or not, like you got to give the man his flowers. It was 100% one of the best performances in TV this year. Like as good as he was in season one, I think he was even infinitely better in this season. Adria Arjona, she
Yep.
should have been nommed.
Yep.
She was in this season a lot more, I think, than last season. Stellan Skarsgård wasn't given a nom. Guy
Dedra,
that played
Clea,
who was the Imperial Guard that ended up dying. What was his name? Cyril. His
Cyril.
actor. He should have gotten nommed. He was great.
Yep.
Even Dedra, the girl that plays her.
Genevieve
Whoever,
O'Reilly.
dude, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody should have gotten nommed. I mean, shout out Forrest Whitaker, but I don't even think I think everybody I just named is probably more important and honestly puts on a better performance. Um, Absolute just crime by the Emmys for not giving Diego and some of these other people noms. Like
Agreed.
it
Agreed. I
pisses
think
me off.
the shot after the massacre of him driving away in the car with tears
Crying.
in his eyes. I mean, dude, that gave me goosebumps. And I remember, like, look, man, I know I'm a Star Wars nerd, and I will put Star Wars almost above anything. But like this story is not only like how good Star Wars can be, it's how good like television can be. It's probably the greatest thing Disney Plus has put out. Like, you could argue maybe Loki's like close, but I still think Andor is like a mile ahead of Loki for how like you balance a big cast of characters and make it very important and very current and very like just emotional. And yeah, Diego Luna not being on here, but yeah, the rest of the cast, Bix, Dedra, Stellan Skarsgård's character, Mom Mothma's character, Clea, I mean
Cyril. Yeah.
Cyril, just the list goes on and on and on of not having people on there.
Yeah. Really, really stupid. Like actually really makes me mad. But
Because I even think Diego Luna will win. Like he would be right there with obviously like Adam Scott. Like it's not like he would be put on this list and not be anywhere near. I've watched 4 of the 5 that are already on here, and he would go toe to toe with any of them.
yeah.
So yeah, shout out Noah Weil for the pit as well. I actually am shocked he's on there, but he was great, by the way. Great show. All right, so then we have outstanding lead actress in a comedy series. This is Uzo Aduba. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. In The Residence, Kristen Bell and Nobody Wants This. Quinta Brunson, Abbott Elementary, which I've heard is incredible. I need to give that a chance. Io for The Bear, and then Gene Smart for Hacks. I've only watched one, So I would give it to Io, but haven't seen the rest of them.
You said this for lead actress in a comedy.
Hmm.
Kind of shocked no one from the studio made it, like maybe Catherine O'Hara
Oh,
or
they're in supporting.
oh, okay, fair.
Yep.
Yeah, give it to Io.
Yeah. No, agreed. And then we got, let's just move down. So the next one's like, oh, the next one is outstanding lead actor, which is Adam Brody. Nobody wants this. Seth Rogen for the studio. Jason Segel on Shrinking, Martin Short, Only Murders in the Building, and of course Jeremy Allen White. Um, I know who they're gonna give it to. However, it's nice to see Seth Rogen on this list. Very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Very
no,
cool.
it's probably going to be Jeremy Allen White, and honestly, rightfully so. Like
Right.
he's unbelievable, but I do think Seth Rogen deserves his flowers, and I honestly wouldn't be shocked
No, I
to
wouldn't
give
either.
it to him because Hollywood. I've said this in the past. Hollywood loves things about Hollywood, so the studio might be getting a whole lot of love. I might be cleaning up a lot of awards. So
Right, right.
we'll just have to see. But I mean, I do think Seth Rogen is great in that show. And who there was someone else that was still really good as well. Who can you go over the list again?
Oh, Adam Brody, Seth Rogen, Jason Segel on Shrinking.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Jason Segel, congrats to him. Like I said, Shrinking getting a little love here. And I
Yeah.
know we'll probably read Harrison Ford's name off here soon. Very cool to see them get some noms.
Yeah, so next one is like outstanding lead actress in limited or anthology series, which Kristen Milioti's on it. No more to see there. Like she should win, absolutely. And then we have outstanding lead actor, which I was actually shocked at who they went. So Colin Farrell, obviously. Stephen Graham for Adolescence, which is the father who in episode 4 alone had me like goosebumps everywhere. He was incredible. And that last shot of him holding, him on the bed holding the stuffed animal or the pillow or whatever it was, and him crying, like unbelievable stuff. I'm gonna hope it's Colin Farrell, because I think that's incredible. But Stephen Graham, man, like
Is
brilliant.
Owen Cooper not on this one? Is
No,
he?
he is not on this.
He is nominated.
Well, he's not for this.
Okay. What category was he nominated for?
I'm gonna look again because I don't know. Um,
He is. He did get nominated because he's like the youngest ever to be nominated.
I'll keep looking, but I don't see him like is he I don't know. Um so supporting actress in a drama series, you have Patricia Arquette in Severance. You have White Lotus, you have somebody from The Pit, one from Paradise. There are four from the White Lotus on this.
Did you say that Stephen Graham and then that was outstanding lead actor?
Hmm.
Well, okay. Owen Wilson. Owen Cooper said it says outstanding supporting actor. So
Okay, there you go. But yeah, there's four from the White Lotus. Then you have Patricia Arquette for Severance, and then Paradise and The Pit.
who was nominated in Paradise?
Julianne Nicholson.
I don't even know who that is.
But that's that. I haven't watched The White Lotus. The fact that it has four is insane. Um, I don't know. Patricia Arquette was fine. Um, and I liked the girl in the pit. I thought she was incredible as well. So apparently, according to Twitter, as long as it's not anybody from the White Lotus. But as we said, this should be an Andor category, and it's not. Like you have four for the White Lotus, it should be four from Andor.
Yeah.
There you go. And then we have supporting actor in the drama series, Zach Cherry, our boy. Love to see that.
Let's
Yep.
go. Sleeper pick.
We actually have three from Severance. We have Zach Cherry,
Mel
Tremel
Tillman.
Tillman, and John Turturro. And then James Marsden in Paradise. And then three from the White Lotus.
You got to give it to Tremel Tillman here, but dude, I would be absolutely through the roof if Zach Slattery
Yeah,
won.
no, yeah, I agree with you. Can we just give it to all three of them? Can we just
Yeah.
give it to Severance in general?
Yes.
Um, And then here's your studio ones for outstanding supporting actress in a comedy. Catherine Hahn, Catherine O'Hara are both in it. And I was actually shocked to not see the girl who plays Quinn on here, which kind
Chase
of
Sweet
sucks.
Wonders. Yeah.
Yeah, she was not on that. But you also have Tina from The Bear is also on this, which I don't know who they'll give it to. They have a couple people from Abbott Elementary as well. So
Love Tina from The Bear, but I mean, I didn't think she was just necessarily one of the best parts of this most
Not in
recent
this season.
season.
No,
So
I agree. But yeah, that's who is on there. And then outstanding supporting actor, Ike Barinholtz. Love to see that. Coleman Domingo, Harrison Ford in Shrinking. You have Eban from The Bear, cousin, and Michael Urie as well in Shrinking or Yuri. So you'll have him as
that's
well.
a very, very strong category, I think. Shout out Sal Saperstein.
Sal
Um,
Saperstein.
but major, major props to Harrison Ford here. I think it was his first ever Emmy nom, which is kind of crazy. I mean, which makes sense. You know, I don't think he's really done a lot of TV. So cool that he got a nom. Who else was like in the big names? I'm sorry, I kind of
Ike
like
Barinholtz,
I
Coleman
thought, right.
Domingo, Harrison Ford, Eban, and then Michael Urie or
Yeah,
Uri.
would love to see Yvonne win. Would love to see Harrison win.
It's a strong category for
It is a
sure.
good category.
So we have supporting actor, limited or anthology series. Owen Cooper obviously was incredible.
That'd be sick if he won.
Yeah. Ashley Walters also from Adolescence. So there you go. And then you have supporting actress and same thing, of course, our girl. Um, hold on.
Kristen Milotti.
Am I at the wrong? Oh, she was in the whatchamacallit. Um, the lead actress. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. Um, but yeah, supporting actress is two from Adolescence with Aaron Doherty and Christine Tremarco, which I think Aaron Doherty in that one episode, the I believe she is the therapist.
The interrogation one.
Yeah, she was incredible. So um, there you go with that. And then you have guest actress in a drama series. You have three from Severance. So you have Jane Alexander, Gwendolyn Christie, and Merritt Weaver. Is all those. And then Caitlin Dever for The Last of Us, and Catherine O'Hara for The Last of Us as well.
Cat
And then, yeah, she was the
Catherine O'Hara.
therapist in the one episode.
I know, but she was
Yeah.
in like one episode.
Outstanding guest actor
I
in
know
drama.
Bernthald's in here and Scorsese, right? No, Scorsese would be guest actor in.
There'll be comedy.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get down to it. So, guest actor Giancarlo Esposito in The Boys. You watched it, so you would know.
Yeah, but he's not really in it that much.
Jeffrey Wright and Joe Pantoliano from The Last of Us. Sean Hattasey, which I would love to see him win in the pit. But Forrest Whitaker, here's your Andor nomination, which is we've already talked about. And then a couple more, and then we'll just wrap it up. But guest actress in a comedy series, you have Zoe Kravitz for The Bear, but you
Yeah.
also have Olivia Colman and Jamie Lee Curtis. Or I'm sorry, Zoe Kravitz for The Studio,
Yeah.
and then you have Olivia Colman and Jamie Lee Curtis for The Bear. And then a couple from Hacks as well. And then guest actor in a comedy series, there are five The Studios and one The Bear. So pretty good. The
Bear would be Bernthal.
Bernthal for
Which
The
is only
Bear.
one episode,
You
so
have Bryan Cranston, Dave Franco, Ron Howard, Anthony Mackie, and Martin Scorsese for the studio.
stacked.
Tough one.
Dude, I mean, Scorsese was great. I love that scene. But if Dave Franco won, I wouldn't be mad because I think
Yeah.
he was
Him
hilarious.
and Bryan Cranston I thought were both
Yeah,
hilarious.
Bryan
So
Cranston was good too.
but Anthony Mackie and Ron Howard's episode was funny too. So I mean like
What, did you say Ron Howard was nominated?
Ron Howard and Anthony Mackie. You have outstanding directing for comedy series, just some names like Who Are You for Andor was nominated. Come on. 7 a.m. for The Pit, which I love. Cold Harbor for Severance. So there's some names there. For the comedy, it's Napkins for IO, and The Oneer for the studio.
Oh, wait. Napkins. That was season 3.
It was?
Yes. It was
Was
not
it?
a new season.
Isn't this based off last year? Some of it?
I didn't know that. I didn't, huh. I don't
But
know.
you have Napkins for the Bear, and then you have The Oneer for the studio. The Oneer would be hilarious to see win, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You have some like certain episodes and stuff like that. But yeah, no. Obviously Andor got snubbed for a lot of it. I'm glad to see it on Outstanding Drama Series, but still it's BS that we didn't get a lot of the cast on there.
I completely agree. It really, really pisses me off. I'm also all of a sudden very confused as to like how Napkins was nominated. Maybe that's why Tina was nominated. But
Is it
like
cut off at a certain
that was
time?
a year that
Because
was over a year ago.
it would have been in June of last year.
Like how would that not have been on last year's
Does
Emmys?
it cut off at like June?
Maybe it does. Maybe it cuts off at like May or June.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know. Very weird. But yeah, that's just our initial thoughts on all the Emmys. Definitely will be tuning in. I think that's in September. Really irritated about Andor, but happy for a lot of these other shows that we have also loved. Obviously not everyone can win, but I still think like, at least freaking give Diego and some of those other people on Andor their flowers. Like it just makes me mad. But
Agreed.
um congrats to everyone who did get nominated. I think there's a lot of deserving winners in there, so we'll just have to see. So um, yeah, that's all the Emmy nom stuff. And like I said, no movie review this week, but I finally got all the way caught up on Stick, so we wanted to talk about that ahead of the finale this week. Um, like I was like several episodes behind you, but I finally was able to uh, watch everything. I watched all of it yesterday. Definitely got a whole lot better, I think.
Hmm.
I obviously, and you too, neither one of us really liked Zero at all at first. You go in IMDb and the episode that she's in is the one she's introduced in is like the lowest rated show of the whole season. And you go and like look at reviews, everyone's like, dude, Zero sucks. She's killing the show. But honestly, I think ever since then, she's definitely gotten to be more likable as well as Santi. Santi was pissing me off in those first couple episodes too. But I think just the more time they spent together, the more they all bonded. Like it really is just a good, feel good show. The stuff with Owen Wilson, the more dramatic stuff, like him talking about his son and talking with his wife and FaceTiming his wife, and you could just like see it on his face. It was just she was like, it's just one of those days, isn't it? And he's like, yeah. Really good at a lot of the emotional stuff. Obviously, it's very funny as well. A lot of the golf stuff has been awesome. Watching Santi make it to the well, he won the amateur, right? And then um they hustled his way into an actual PGA event, which is sick.
Yeah.
Um, and that's the most recent episode. You get a lot of cameos from a whole lot of big people in the golf world, including players and other like
Wyndham Clark,
golf
Keegan Bradley,
influencers.
Max Homa, cool to see names like big names. You had like Scotty Scheffler and Ludwig Oberg written down. Tony Finau was written down, big Tony Finau guy. So yeah, very cool to see them actually in the show. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who's in it next week. I think Rory, um, he was like in the original trailer for the show, so maybe we'll see him or some other super big people. Maybe Scotty, I don't know. Also shout out Scotty for winning his fourth major the other day, or was that yesterday or
That was
today?
today, or yeah, that
Uh,
was today. Yeah, Scotty is a dog, man.
Shout out Scotty. But yeah, no, I'm very glad that I finally got called up. Like I said, a lot of my issues early on have like since faded. I think I love their whole squad and their banter that they all got back and forth. I'm still not the biggest fan of Zero, but I definitely like don't hate her as much as I did when she was introduced. I'm very excited to see like how it ends next week. He made it. He qualified for the actual event with that awesome eagle. But yeah, we'll have to see how it wraps up. I'm curious if it hasn't gotten a second season announced or anything yet, but I hope it does because I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, like you said, it definitely picked up. I think the more stuff that we got with Owen Wilson, kind of exploring his little backstory and his child and losing his child and how everything went wrong and everything like that. I think Mitz is a standout. I think he is hilarious. Even the mom, like their little dynamic is very interesting. And when Zero walks in this episode and says like, she's reading off the stuff that his wife made and is basically telling him to like go for her was very funny. But yeah, no, he qualify. He makes the cut and he ends up in second place, and that's kind of where the episode ends. And then we find out that his dad shows up. If you've been watching the show, you kind of know that his dad was kind of following him for golf, and then when Santi decided not to do it anymore, He kind of left. But yeah, I thought I had seen him before in the show, but maybe I didn't. Maybe it was another show that I was watching. But he looked very familiar. And then when I found out who he was, me and Cameron were like, what the heck? Like, he's showing up now. And, Santi gives him a big hug. And, no, it's going to be a very interesting last episode. I'm very curious to see where they go. Hopefully, this doesn't end on a cliffhanger and we kind of get, like some closure to this season, in case that, like you said, there's not a second season renewed or they haven't announced it yet. So no, I've loved it. I think that like Santi, like his actor, really knows how to swing a golf club. It looks natural. I think all the golf stuff like looks good. And seeing all the cameos on this last episode, especially someone who like loves watching golf, watches golf
Even like
content.
Jim Nance.
Yeah, Jim Nance, like seeing him like for all the Master Sundays we've heard him. Cole's not even that big into golf, but he knows Jim Nance, and on Master Sunday, like that's the voice that he's iconic. Like Rory has his masterpiece and the return to greatness, like all of that. Like you remember that. So no, I thought they've done a good job, especially the second half of this season has been very strong. And Owen Wilson, man, he has been incredible.
Yeah, I agree. And I was literally going to say back to the Emmy noms, like if I don't know honestly like when the cutoff is anymore. Maybe they could qualify for nominations next year. I don't know, but
Yeah,
it would be cool to see Owen Wilson get a nom here. I think he's
absolutely.
very solid, along with Mintz and his mom. I think they're both really really funny, especially Mintz. But um, yeah, no, dude, really solid show. I'm excited for the finale here in a couple days. And we'll definitely recap that next week and see just kind of talk about review the show as a whole. So yeah, I think that's really our only show we're on right now until maybe some of these docu-series come out. I can't really remember what's coming up, but I imagine we'll get some stuff soon. I think Alien is kind of soon, or maybe
Alien and
Welcome to
Welcome to
Derry.
Derry as well.
Yeah. Oh,
And then we get the new one on Apple TV with Jason Momoa, I think.
oh yeah, that show looks sick. And then also, it's not all out yet. I kind of want to wait till all of it's out, but I really want to talk Smoke,
Oh
um,
yeah.
from the creators of Blackbird with Taron Egerton. And I've heard great things. I've heard it's really, really good. So it's only like halfway out right now, so I'll give it a couple more weeks before I start that. But yeah, that Chief of War show looks sick too.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, we got some stuff to look forward to on the TV side of things. But yeah, so that's pretty much all the new content to talk about this episode. And as we close out every week, just kind of want to go over some stuff we've been watching. I don't even think we did it last week, but I wanted to share some stuff that I watched last week as well. Um, so I got my list. I got my list out in front of me. So I finally watched. I watched Heads of State, the new movie on Amazon with John Cena and Idris Elba. Did you watch it?
No, I'm not.
It's actually pretty solid. I mean, it's a lot of it's really stupid, but it's got like several really memorable action sequences in it and a couple really funny moments between them two, like back and forth. Like I kind of get vibes of them back in the Suicide Squad movie.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, no, pretty entertaining streaming movie. And then I also came out earlier this year. I watched Fight or Flight with Josh Hartnett. That movie's sick. It's basically Bullet Train on a plane. Josh Hartnett is great. It is incredibly violent, and there's a couple wild twists, but um, very, very good movie. I recommend it. It's not on anything. I watched it on a site that I shouldn't have watched it on, but that's okay. But yeah, I recommend it. That's a good movie. I also got to Elio. I did see Elio last week as well. Um, I didn't hate it. I had a good time with it. It's a very sweet Pixar movie. Like I said earlier, we love our legacy sequels and stuff, but like it's refreshing to get like an original story in it. I hate that it flopped because it really was a sweet
The
movie. And
reviews are great, man, too.
yeah,
Like which
it
is
really was a sweet, enjoyable, feel-good movie, and it's some very, very funny stuff in this as well. Like I said, I didn't love the animation style, but um, I still really had a good time with Elio. And then I finally finished Tires with Shane Gillis. Love it. That's just the greatest show. Shout out Shane Gillis and his SP speech the other night. Oh my God.
He nailed it, dude.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
thought it was
God.
great.
That's why I like finally finished Tires. I was like, dude, I need more Shane Gillis.
Yeah, right, right.
I binged the rest of Tires, but Tires is great. I watched the first Naked Gun for the first time ever to get ready for the new one, which I'm actually going to an early screening of on Tuesday, put on by Mr. Paul Walter Hauser for the
Nice.
all of the Barstool employees,
Nice.
which is sick. Very excited for that. But I'd never seen the original. Have you?
I think that I saw it a long time ago when I was younger, but I don't remember it.
Very stupid, very funny. It's on Paramount. Yeah, I recommend. Give it a watch. Um,
The very, very early reviews that people have like
it
been
said
able
it's
to, they
hilarious.
say it's hilarious.
I'll talk to Ken Jack and Gooch over at Barstool, and they both loved it.
There you go.
They both said it was like the best comedy in theaters in like several years.
Yeah.
Um, they said it's very good, so I'm excited. And then last thing I watched was, which is very cool, and we'll probably talk about it in a couple weeks. But I went to a very early free screening for Together, the new Dave Franco and Allison Brie body horror movie. Uh, let me tell you, brother, that is quite the movie. It is quite the movie. I'm not gonna like really dive into it or even give my thoughts yet because I want to talk about it with you. But that comes out like I think we got Fantastic Four this week, and that's like next week. Um, so we'll definitely talk about that. I think you definitely need to go see that. But um, quite the movie, quite the movie. Get ready for that. But
Okay.
yeah, dude. I mean, I feel like I watched a good amount of stuff this week. Finally got caught up on like all my shows and everything. So
Nice.
yeah.
Um, Nothing new, but uh I forgot that Sinners was on Max. So I had to rewatch it, of course. Um, and it was just as good the second time, if not better. Um, and you can kind of like dive into more details, I guess, when you see it that second time. But yeah, still like upon second rewatch, still my favorite movie of the year. Like I think it's just incredible what that movie was. But I was glad to see it again because like now with streaming with movies like getting added the same year and now you don't have to rent them on Redbox or go to the whatchamacallit, you know what I'm trying to say, the what's it like what was the name of the rent movies place that you would go there and you would rent movies? It was a store, it was like a chain store.
Blockbuster?
Blockbuster, so you don't have to like go there and rent them. Now you get them like straight to streaming. So yeah, that movie's incredible. It really is. But nothing else really new. Kind of been busy like the last 2 or 3 weeks with like exams and tests and everything and preceptorship stuff and but I need to really want to go see a movie on Tuesday. Hopefully it's Elio if it's still out. If not, then maybe I Know What You Did Last Summer just for the hell of it. But still want to watch Heads of State. That is like my next thing to get on. But we get Stick finale, then we move right into like, Welcome to Derry and everything. And then of course next week's a big one. A big, big one. So we have Fantastic Four first steps next week. The early reviews are just
Great.
incredible. They're saying it's incredible. Um, and me and Cole, obviously, when that first trailer came out, we were very, very excited. And this has come from people who have come a long way. You remember when Pedro Pascal got first announced, and we weren't very excited for it, but now seeing him it seems like he's going to kill it. And we get to see Cousin, we get to see Joseph Quinn, we get to see Vanessa Kirby, and of course, Ralph Ineson as Galactus is going to be sick. I think this is going to
Yep.
be
Also got a first look at Paul Walter Hauser as Mole Man.
yeah, yeah, which is Mole Man, somebody I never thought I would see in a movie ever, and here we are. So like, awesome, love to see that. Honestly, one of the best castings the MCU has ever done. So that's going to be sick.
I hope
Uh,
he's putting the screening for Naked Gun on, so I really hope he's there. If he is, I'll have to maybe talk to him about Mole Man.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I gotta,
absolutely.
bro. Well, maybe we can get him on the pod.
Um. Probably not. But yeah, no.
Shout out
So
Paul Walter Hauser.
yeah, shout out. So I guess we're gonna wrap it up with that. So we appreciate you guys watching. We've been putting TikTok shorts out. Y'all been killing it on TikTok. Y'all been absolutely killing it. So Much love there. YouTube Shorts, make sure to look at those as well. Of course, follow us on Twitter. Follow us, on Frontline Film, and then our personal accounts because we talk everything. Letterboxd as well, and make sure to like and subscribe, comment anything you want us to review, all of that good stuff. And yeah, boys, 28 episodes in, we got Fantastic Four next week, finally here. So super excited for that. And yeah,
Yeah, and apparently we're also ahead of that. I may or may not have watched the leaked trailer, but we're getting they're saying the first trailer for Avatar is supposed to premiere in front of that.
which was my number one and most anticipated. So
I might have already seen the movie trailer, and it may or may not be the greatest movie of all time already.
you heard it here first.
Just you wait. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of stuff to talk about next week. Thank you guys all for watching, and yeah, you got anything you want to say?
No, I know you got something.
I really don't. Emmys, you suck.
I hate the Emmys.